So welcome to my menopause mindset. I hope this really helps. I'm going to try and do it from a point of view, which is my point of view, where I'm at the moment, how I've stayed positive throughout my life and what's helped me to have a positive mindset. And this positive mindset is what I'm hoping is going to get me through the menopause without too many glitches. So basically, before I start, I'll just explain that I am a third Dan in Taekwondo, and I've been practicing Taekwondo and coaching it for over 23 years. So my mindset when it comes to stuff is pretty positive. It's very positive because I've had to be positive to continue doing Taekwondo. Over the years there's been like some ups and downs with it, politics and what have you, but the positive mindset has definitely got through, and I think it's martial arts that has definitely helped me through some really tough times in my life. So so I wanted to explain it from my point of view, not from like a scientific, someone who's been to university. I've been to the University of Life, and I'd like to think that I can offer you some really good information that might get you through this. Anyway, before we start, so what I want you to focus on ultimately is that throughout this course you're going to have a positive mindset. You're going to remove all negativity from your life to get, this honestly, whenever you think of a negative thought, try and think of two positives. I don't want you to have any negative thoughts, and I know it's difficult, but I really want you to focus on the fact that this is about positivity, and this is what's going to get you through the menopause and keep you healthy. So first of all, right, I wanted to talk about the fight or flight response. I don't know whether anyone has heard of this, but it's also known as an acute stress response, and it refers to a physiological reaction that occurs in the presence of something that's really terrifying, either mentally or physically. The response is triggered by the release of hormones that prepare the body to either stay and deal with the situation or run away to safety, right? And this can be used in anything in life. So you can either embrace it, or you can think, I'm gonna basically bury my head in sand and get through it that way. I'd embrace it. I want you to embrace it, because that's what this is all about. And I am using that because everyone's response to this wants to be to bury their heads in the sand, to not think about it. I certainly know that my mum buried her head in the sand. She didn't talk about it. I never knew she were even going through it. All I knew was that the heating was turned up and turned down. My dad was always she was ratty at my dad. He was ratty at her. She was crying a lot. Really rubbish, really. I would have rather have said to me, I'm going through this. I'm having a bad time, can you just go easy on what you say to me and that? And I would have done, but I didn't know. I had no clue. And probably my dad probably had no clue either, because no one ever talked about anything then. So I want to embrace it differently. I'm totally different to that. I'll talk about anything and everything. I'm not scared to talk about anything. So it just doesn't embarrass me. I just think it's all part of life, and I just think we ought to embrace it, talk about it, and get on with it, and try and laugh our way through it, which is I think is a better response than burying your head in the sands. I want you to adopt the fight response, not the flight response. The flight response is burying your head in the sand. The fight response is to get through this, not burying your head in the sands, and that's what we're going to do. So, see, my first insight into actually the menopause was when I was about 25 years old. I went to work in this office, and basically it was an office that had got air conditioning in. It was the coolest office, not the coolest, but the freezing cool office in the building. And there was a bunch of women who were then my age now. And I was 25, and you know what you like at 25, I just had a baby. I thought, not really, I'm never going to go through that. It's going to be years away. And the reason it was so cold was because they were turning the air conditioning down because they were hot all the time. And I was sat in all these jumpers and I'm going, oh, it's freezing, And they're going, one day this will be you. And I kept going, it's not going to be me. I'm not going through that for years. And here I am now. And you know what? They give me some of the greatest, honestly. They told me all about, oh, you're going to grow a beard and all this. And I'm going, I'm not growing a beard. Oh my God, no, not me, like this. And luckily, up until this point, I haven't grown a beard. I have got a few stray hairs here, which really irritate me, but I haven't grown the beard yet. And I'm liking to think that now they've got laser hair removal that will sort that out, because I really don't want that. So I want you to adopt the fight response, right? So my first fight response was when I've done martial arts 23 years, well 24 years, and on my first lesson I honestly just wanted to walk back out of the door. I got in that lesson and my boyfriend Scott, who is now my husband, was running this lesson. He says, oh, just come down, you'll love it. All right, gets through the door. It was like Fight Club. It was like literally like something you'd see on a movie. There were all these like big blokes, twice my size, body armour on, headgear on. Right, come on, get your headgear on. I'm going, oh no, oh, I don't know. But I knew if I'd have walked back out, he'd have ribbed me for it for the rest of my life, saying, yeah, you had the chance to do it and you didn't do it. So I did it, and I basically sparred with all these men, come out bruised everywhere, got bruises everywhere. But at the end of it, I felt great. And like, I was dreading it. It was that, all right, I'm just going to have to go for it response. And I had to go for it because it was so scary to me. But now, that one lesson, so this is to do with mindset, right? That one decision, that one day of not having negative thoughts that day and just thinking, right, I'm going to go for it, has shaped the rest of my life. So without going to that lesson, without even, never doing that, I wouldn't be doing martial arts now. I wouldn't be talking to you on here. I definitely wouldn't be doing that. I wouldn't have my online fitness group. I wouldn't be coaching kids. And I've been doing that for over 20 years. And I wouldn't have the mindset that I have, because martial arts has literally shaped over the last 24 years, has shaped everything about my life. And even like on a Saturday, I run a club on a Saturday, and sometimes I don't want to get up and run it. I'm like everyone else, I don't want to get up and run it. But you know what? Once I'm there and I'm doing it, I'm really glad that we've been and done it, because the kids make me laugh, that I talk to the parents, and it's just such a great club. And I just think, yeah, not everything in life is easy, and we can all make excuses for things. But what I want to say is, I want you to think about the fight response in you, and think about, rather than talking yourself out of it, think about how it could shape your life if you taught yourself into it, if you did it instead of not doing it, instead of making excuses. Get on with it, get on with life and do it. We've all got an excuse, we've all got them, but don't let them excuses rule your life. So I want you with the menopause to deal with it, to basically embrace it, to talk about it. If you've got friends, some of my friends are going through the same thing. I've got quite a few, and we just laugh about stuff, like we've all got different symptoms, and it's not great, is it? No one wants it. I don't want to go through this, but you know what I do want? I want an end to these monthly periods, because I don't want them anymore, because that is just horrific. Men get away with this scot-free, I think. That's the name of my husband, Scott. But they get away with it. I'm sure they have their issues, but they're never going to talk about them, are they? Because they're not women. So we'll probably get through life much better than men, because we deal with it. So instead of, I want you to think of all the positives. I want you to flip it round. Don't think of the negatives. Make a list of the positives. I want you to list what you could do. Things that you've not been able to do, or never always wanted to do but never got round to doing. I want you to think about them. So make a list of the positives. My guess is there's loads of stuff you've wanted to do, but something has stopped you. And the only thing that stops you doing these things is yourself. So I want to jump out of a plane. What stopped me doing that? Well, for one, Scott did it and he said it was horrific. But he's had that experience and I haven't. And why haven't I had that experience? Because I've stopped myself from doing it. So that's my next year. I want to go and jump out of a plane just to see, and just so I can say, yeah, I did it. I jumped out of a plane, and yeah, it was the worst 10-15 minutes of my life, but I still did it. Because without doing it, you're never going to know. You're never going to know whether you're going to enjoy it. I might say it was best 15 minutes of my life. It might be something that I want to do again and again and again. I've got a friend that I used to work with who actually did it once and was in a skydiving club because she loved it that much. So all these things you're talking yourself out of doing, this is what I'm trying to say in life, try them, because you don't know until you've tried. You think of the positives, do something positive. Come on. I really want you to embrace this. I really want you to feel as though you're positive at the end of this. So my plan is big. So big results always start off with small steps. Without the small steps, you're not going to get the big results. Because what people tend to do, especially people that like, I'll use January as an example of this. So January, oh right, I'm going to start a diet. Right, that's it. Get rid of all the chocolate. Get rid of this. Everything goes. Booze, chocolate, everything. I'm not drinking. I'm not eating chocolate. I'm not eating fatty foods. I'm going to exercise 5 times a week. And within a month, you've fallen off the wagon. Why? Because it's not achievable. It is probably over a long period of time when you've built up to it, but you have to build up to things very slowly. So you've got to, so I want you to make a list of where you see yourself in a year's time. Where do you want to be? Who do you want to, is there a certain person you want to look like or have a figure like? Is there a certain hairdo that you want? Is there anything? You make your list, but you make it achievable. Do you think it's achievable? So make a list. Where you want to be. So say you want to I want to lose 5. I don't know. I don't do weight. I don't do scales. But say you want to lose 5 stone. Right. Is it achievable? Right. Well, yes, it is achievable for some people, but for other people, you don't need to lose 5 stone. You don't even need to lose any weight. It's just your body image, the way you think about yourself. So if it's not achievable, then you've got to ask yourself why it's not achievable. Why isn't the things that you've written down achievable? The biggest thing I've found, what people's excuses for something to not be achievable, is I haven't got time. I haven't got time to do it. I hear it all the time. People at work, I don't know how you find time to run. Well, there's the same amount of hours in a day for me as there is anyone else. And I manage my time so I can fit in a run or a walk or a fitness session. I manage my time well so I can go and teach martial arts. I also work. It's not that I sit here and do this all day. This is being recorded on my weekend. This is not being recorded because I've got all the time in the world to sit here and talk. I've not got the time in the world. I work a full-time job. I run 3 martial arts schools. I run an online fitness business, and I've put together these courses just to inspire people to feel better about themselves. So don't think I've got no time, but that's what I hear all the time as an excuse. I've got no time. You have got time. You have to make the time. So positivity all the way. So I also want you to become aware of your self-talk, right? So how many times have you criticised you? by that I mean, how many times have you probably looked in the mirror and thought, I'm not worthy, I look rubbish, I look rubbish in this, oh my god, I've got rolls of fat, oh, like, you can find negatives in everything you do. You can find negatives in everything you do, and this is what makes people give up halfway, because once you start with them negative thoughts, you have a bad day and you don't, so you fall off the wagon for one day, you then talk yourself out of it for the rest of your life for some reason, because you think, oh well, I've done, that's it, I started it but I haven't been able to finish it now, and then the negative sets in, the negative thoughts set in, and you're never going to finish it, because you get the negative thoughts and you give up. That's what happens. So I want you to look in the mirror, and instead of saying, oh God, look fat, oh God, I've aged, I want you to think positive. So I want you to look in the mirror and look at yourself and think, and name the positives. So I could look in the mirror and think, when I'm sat down, I've got a little roll there. Am I going to let that define my life? No, I'm not. I get out every morning. I go for I've not been running today because it's actually snowed, but I go for a run or a walk. I get up every morning. I do my shred online. I walk down to work. I'm a generally positive person, because you know what? I find that being positive far outweighs how rubbish you feel when you're negative. And I hear people negative a lot. And I think if you only looked on the positive side of things, you wouldn't feel like that. You wouldn't be getting stressed like you're getting stressed, because you wouldn't care. That little minute things don't stress me, because I don't let them stress me. Not because I could let them stress me, but I don't let them stress me. So I want you to know that when you look in the mirror and criticise yourself, or criticise your work, or whatever you do to criticise yourself, the only person that is thinking that is you. No one else is thinking that. People are probably generally looking at you thinking, God, I wish I had her figure. I wish I looked as good as her, So I want you to feel positive. Be positive about you, because you really, really deserve it. And I think that exercise is a great way of getting them positive thoughts out. It definitely is. So I want you to say to yourself in the mirror, before you even start, this is my mindset talk, and yes I waffle, but I really want you to get this. I want you to say to yourself, I'm starting this and I'm going to finish. This is your mindset. You're going to start it, you're going to finish it. I'm doing it because I'm worthy. You're going to do this because you are worthy of it. You are. I'm going to stop criticising me, because I'm worth so much more than that. You are worth so much more than that. Trust me. And honestly, by the end of this course, you will feel it. You just need to get in that mindset. I'm going to look in that mirror and I'm going to say it out loud that I look good. This is what you're going to say. I look good because I am me. And I want you to be proud of being you. Before we've even started. And then we're going to start slow. We're not going to rush. We're not going to do everything in a day. We're not going to do everything in a week. We're going to do it at your pace. How you feel comfortable, how fast you want to do it. I don't want you to do anything out of your comfort zone. If you feel that I'm going too fast on the videos, then stop, pause me. Then carry on. Honest, it's all there, it's all for you, and it's to keep forever, and I want you to use it as a really cool resource and to make you feel good about you. So I'm going to talk wrinkles now. So 46, I've got some wrinkles. I don't think I've done too bad, but I've got some wrinkles, right? So when I look in that mirror, I don't think, oh God, I wish I looked like when I was 20 years old. You know, all these celebrities who were trying to make themselves look great, have all the fillers and that, fine, whatever. But can we just look at the people who haven't done that, the celebrities that haven't done that, and actually look amazing? Because I think you ain't got to your age, I haven't got to 46 without experiencing life. I've had 2 kids. You know, I've run marathons. I've done 23 years of Taekwondo, 20 years of coaching it. I've worked, I've done all sorts of things, and that's the same for everyone in life. They've done all sorts of different things, and each one of these things shows upon your face. But that's a good thing. I think that's a good thing, because that means that you've experienced life, and it means that, you know, you've got life experience. So don't worry about wrinkles. Please don't worry about that. I just think let's take a look at someone. I mean, I just want to say, right, Goldie Hawn, I saw a video with her the other day, dancing around the kitchen. She's 76. But we all know that she used to keep herself mega fit. I mean, in all the films, she's dancing. You could tell she ran, she did. That's what's kept her looking great. I mean, yeah, she's had a bit of fillers, or you can tell. But you know what? A body, you can't tell, and that's because she has always exercised. She's always kept herself fit. But she's so fun to watch and she's a great example. At 76, if I'm as good as her, I'd be so happy. So what I wanted to say, yeah, is because if you keep if you exercise just like Goldie Hawn, like she exercises, she eats well, your body rewards you. So your body's a bit like a car. If you don't put the good fuel in, then you're not gonna run properly. So if we eat rubbish and don't exercise, then we're not gonna run properly. Like a car, if it's not serviced and it's not given fuel, it's not gonna run properly. It's the same thing. Exercise works, trust me, it really does, and it helps you to keep positive and motivated. So I want you to start small, grow slow, and get big results at the end. So you have this course, and I don't want you to go for it all at once. Small steps lead to big results, as I said earlier, and I wanted to do an example of this, and this is my martial arts journey. So 23 years of martial arts, and I'm still on the journey. I'm still learning. I'm still learning stuff. I got my black belt, and when I got my black belt, I was training 5 times a week to get that black belt. You know, I can't emphasize enough how slow. So we go from, in martial arts, this is a real good example. We start off at a white belt, then we get yellow tags, so you've grown a bit more. Yellow belt, you've learnt a bit more. Green tags, which is a yellow belt with green tags, learnt little bit more than that. And then we go to green belt, blue belt, red belt, all with tags in between, so you get a stripe on each belt in between. And then you're at your first dan. And have you learnt everything when you get your first dan, which is your black belt? No, you've not. You've not learned. You've just started learning. I only started learning when I actually got that black belt. And since then, I've done so many courses, coached so many kids and adults, and I just think, yeah, it took me years and years and years to get to where I am now. I started slow, and I have learned lots and lots, but it's been the most fantastic, incredible journey. I could not be without martial arts. It's spiritually everything. As about mindset, everything is through my martial arts. It's taught me to be positive. It's taught me to have resilience. It's taught me to have respect and respect everyone else. And I just think it's an amazing thing. So I started really slow, and obviously it's took me 23 years to get to where I am today, and I've still not finished. So I also want you to think about how you can start off slow, right? So obviously it doesn't have to be doing martial arts. That's just an example. But say you drive to the supermarket. How's about parking your car a little bit further away from the door when you go every time? Just a little bit further away, and walking a little bit further. Go for a 5-minute walk every day. Just like get up and think, right, I'm going to wake up and walk. Just for just for 5 minutes a day. You can start slowly. You're going to have a drink of water every day. You don't drink water at the minute. You drink water just a little. Just start off with a glass. You don't have to start off with 3 litres. You just start off with a glass. You don't have to do that. I want you to think about eating better, but I don't want you to think about that now. I want you to, we've provided in this course, we've provided loads of recipes and a plan and everything. I don't want you to do the dieting thing, but I want you to think about maybe what you eat, and maybe if you can put in one piece of fruit a day. You know, I know they say 5 a day, but 5 a day is a lot if you don't eat fruit. If you don't eat fruit at the minute, 5 a day is a lot. So maybe one piece of fruit a day. One piece of fruit. Pick your piece of fruit. I love satsumas. I could eat 10 of them a day, but then they give me headaches. But, you know, I just want you to think slowly. So, and when it comes to dieting, trust me, I've been there, I've got the t-shirt, I have got the t-shirt. I've been on the diets, they've not worked, and this is why I do as much exercise as I do, because exercise for me absolutely works every time. And it makes me think about what I'm eating, it makes me eat healthier. I don't want to put rubbish in my system. So, but I'm not saying I'm as good as gold all the time, because I certainly am not. I go out, I love I've got a really good social life at a weekend. I have a drink, I have a drink or two, you know, there's nothing, as long as you've got the yin with the yang, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think you've just got to keep going, basically. You know, life's about living. And I think you should look at this as a lifestyle change, not all at once, but like something that you can incorporate in, so to make it work for you. So you can still do all the things you love doing, but you may be getting a little bit more out of, you know, like your diet and stuff like that, because you're you're eating a bit better, you're exercising a bit more. You know, it is something to think about. So as part of our package that we're giving you, we've done a 4 weeks real detox program, which is absolutely phenomenal. Please take a look at that, because it'll take you from where you are now to it. So before I rabbit on, because I have got a tendency to rabbit on, I'm going to tell you this. So it's been proven, there's been scientific evidence to prove that the more fruit and vegetables you eat through menopause, the better. It's really, really good. And apparently a plant-based diet, not that I'm on a plant-based diet, but I eat lots of plant-based rich foods, is really good for menopause symptoms. And it's not something that I would say I wouldn't do. I would think about doing a plant-based diet if I knew that helps, but I'm not at that stage yet where I feel I need it. But if I got to that stage, which I'm hoping I won't, but I'm sure that at some point I will, then a plant-based diet is definitely something I consider. So a plant-based, and it's proven that it'll boost your mood, it ups your self-confidence, waistline and digestion, and it's 4 weeks long. This is part of our real detox program. But if you can't do that, why not? Because I don't want, like I keep saying, I don't want you to go out and full on do anything. I want you to maybe do one recipe, maybe once a month or once a week. You know, it comes with all the healthy recipes you need, everything. And plants and fibre are fantastic and proven to help women going through the menopause. So it's worth a look, and that's what this course is about. It's about you feeling better about yourself. It's not a course, it's a kit. It's a kit. So I want you to exercise. I do want you to exercise a little bit, and that's why I put together a program for you in this menopause mindset. I have put together a fantastic program. It'll outline, so once you've done day 1 to 10 of the menopause mindset kit, I want you to look at the bonus pack that I've put together, because that's 15-minute workouts that I've done throughout. They were recorded last year, but they were the best ones of the shred that I've done. So every morning I do an online workout, so they're the best ones of the ones I've done. I picked them out, and I've put you together a program so you can do, it'll build you up. So in there, I think there's a 7-day intense workout, an intermediate and a beginner. So there's everything you could need. And you know, you've got this kit is for life. So please use it to your advantage. And I would love to hear what you've thought about it as well. So exercise, I want you to also, before I finish this, surround yourself with people who are positive, right? There's no point in surrounding yourself with people who are going to say, oh, what are you doing that for? You won't, that won't help you. You won't lose weight doing that, or you won't feel any better doing that, you know. These people suck the life out of you. Don't let them do it. If you've bought this and you know you're determined to do it, do not let someone talk you out of what you're doing. Keep positive. Honest to God, keep positive. And I don't want you to think, oh God, she's right. What have I bought it for? You bought it because you're going to feel better at the end of it. And trust me, you will feel better at the end of it. And you know what? You're going to look amazing at the end of it, because they're going to say to you, oh, you look good. And people aren't even going to know why you look good, what you've done different. But trust me, they will start noticing you, because you will look different and you'll look more positive and you'll have a better frame of mind. It's, you know, do not let negative people suck energy out of you. Don't. In fact, negativity has no part of this life. So we're all positive. We're all positive. So there you have it. Menopause is all about mindset, embracing the change, thinking positive, eating better and more nutritious foods, exercising and getting together with positive people. That's it. That's all you can ask for. And honestly, do some of the things. I know from my point of view, positivity and squishing negative out of your life is the best thing ever, because once you've done that, you will find your mindset is in such a different place, and you are in such a different place once you've done that. But I want you to realise how great you can really be. And I believe that every woman has got the opportunity to feel great. Honestly, they just don't know it. And as women, or you know, men are the same. They talk themselves out of things. Don't talk yourself out of it. Do it. If you've bought this course and if you've listened to me rambling and you're still here, which I hope you are, then please do the course, enjoy the course, and use it for what it's for. It's to make you feel good. You to have a positive mindset. You know, just continue. And I know I've done this video. None of it is going to be cut. It is as it is. I try not to ramble, but I do. I totally do. But if you've enjoyed this course, at the end, please send me a message. I'll put on my Facebook group, whatever. I'd love to hear from you. And it'd be lovely to know that I've managed to help some more women to feel good, because that is my mission in life. If I can help just one more person feel great about themselves, and you know, we can get through the menopause without feeling rubbish, because you know, or even if we just get that little bit of a kick up the bum to do something that makes us feel a little bit better, then surely that's got to be a positive. Surely it has. So I want you to think about yourselves, that you are all amazing people. You really are. I want you to use the course, embrace the course, and I want you to embrace menopause and feel confident, because you are confident. You can be confident. I want you to get rid of negative thoughts, get rid of negativity out of your life, and I really want you to just be you. Just be you, you know? Remember that girl at probably, I don't know, 18 or whatever, that was all full of hope, all full of, I want you to be that girl, because she's still in there somewhere. Okay, so I'm going, but welcome to my course, and I really hope you enjoy. Thanks for listening. Bye.